Hey everybody, it's Amanda and it's Worthy Wednesday. Today we're continuing our series on overcoming loneliness, and today we're going to talk about how we love one another. Okay everybody, so we are talking about overcoming loneliness. I hear all the time, especially in 2020, how people are really struggling with feeling lonely. We've kind of been separated from each other physically, and that compounds any loneliness that you might be feeling on a regular basis during the holiday season. This is the time that people generally struggle for whatever reason. So I wanted to encourage you with the idea that you can overcome loneliness just by simply loving one another. I know that seems like very simple advice, maybe even too simple, but hear me out. There are a lot of reasons why here people are struggling in making friendships, and one of them is the fact that they often feel like they can't connect with other people for one reason or another. Either they feel like nobody agrees with them on different things, like different folks have different political opinions. That's kind of a big one right now. Or you might have other personal social issues that you guys have differences of opinion on. And for some reason right now, there's just this attitude that you really just can't maintain friendships with people who have differences of opinion with you. And I gotta be honest with you, I really feel like this is part of the reason why people are struggling in their friendships, is because they kind of set the bar almost too high to where almost no one will fit the bill. I've been with my husband Richard for over 20 years, and I gotta tell you, we're happily married, but I do not agree with him on most things. But yet we have a beautiful marriage, and he's my best friend in the whole wide world. And that's because I understand that we don't have to feel the same way about every single issue that comes up. And that's, everything from politics to parenting, to how we, clean our house. There's all kinds of little issues that when you really get to know someone, you really start to understand where they're different from you, and you really have to learn to accept the differences that you see in other people. So I just wanted to encourage you, first of all, that differences don't have to separate you from other people. Just acknowledge the fact that you don't agree on certain things. And there's that old adage that people always say that there's certain things that you don't talk about around the holiday table. Maybe keep that in mind. There are people that I know that we have differences of opinion, and other than those differences of opinion, we are great friends, and there are certain things that we, generally speaking, don't discuss. And if we do discuss it, we discuss it from a place of understanding and graciousness to the other person, knowing that we do have a difference of an opinion. So here's the thing, just acknowledge the fact that you're not probably going to find anyone who agrees with you on every single thing, and just appreciate other people for who they are and what they are, in spite of the fact that they have a different opinion than you. So that's just one thing I want you to acknowledge and embrace when you deal with other people, because I've seen a lot of people cut off excellent long-term friendships this year just because of differences of opinion. And this is really the time we need to pull together and stop allowing things to tear us apart. And the holiday season is a really great time to remind us of that. So let me just put that out there. Don't let differences of opinion get in the way. You can be friends with people who don't agree with you. So let's just say that there is someone that you have had a disagreement with. You've broken that cardinal rule. You've talked about that thing that you disagree about, and it got uncomfortable and it got stressful. Can you work through that? And the answer is yes. Again, pointing to my marriage, there are many times that Rick and I have disagreed, and disagreed strongly, and yet somehow we've remained married. And I will tell you how, because we were determined to maintain that relationship. And so we've just had to, somebody had to go to the other person and say, it's okay that we don't agree. Well, it's okay. We can focus on the things we do agree on and kind of work past that disagreement. Maybe we get to a place where we talk it out and we come to a place where we do agree, but sometimes, and very often, we don't. We just get to a place where we acknowledge that we're different, and that's okay. So let me just encourage you that if you have broken that rule and you have gone to a place where it's become an argument, don't let that separate you forever. You can be the person that goes to your friend and says, you know what, I am sorry if I offended you. I'm sorry to hurt you. You don't have to apologize for your belief system. You don't have to apologize for where you stand on a certain issue, but you might have to apologize for your attitude. You might have to apologize for how you handled it, and just say, you know, hey, let's work through this. Let's be friends anyway. And you probably can work through it, especially, I'm telling you, those people that have been your friends for many, many years, put the effort in. People are worth it. Good people, faithful friends are really worth that effort. Ultimately, when I say love one another, I really just mean that we have to understand that we as a people, if we are going to have friendships, if we are going to be united, if we're going to be close with people in our families, people in our communities, then we have to learn to accept the differences of other people. Not even accept, embrace. Embrace. Differences are good things, you know? The reason why I love my husband is because he is not like me. He's a completely different person than me. In fact, most of the things I like about him, I like because they are completely different than me. And so understanding that, you know, that's how you build close relationships. You embrace the differences, rather, it's not even about accepting them. So when I say love one another, I really mean just absolutely choose to love other people. Choose to love them no matter what. I mean, we're not talking about areas where they've actually, you know, done something intentionally to hurt you. This is just someone who has a different belief system than you, or someone who is taking a stand on something that they feel strongly about. And even if you don't agree with where they stand, you can maybe agree with the heart that is behind that stand. I have made some really good friends here on YouTube that are very different than myself. And there are different things that we don't necessarily agree on, but I know her heart behind those issues. And even though we don't agree with how we would handle it, we definitely agree with the fact that we want to help hurting people. And so you just have to look behind the actual issues themselves and really appreciate the people in your life for who they are. The holiday time is full of gifts and food and activities, but all of that isn't really going to mean anything unless you have loving and wonderful people to share it with. And you're not going to have loving, wonderful people to share it with until you are willing to let go of all of those things that you're holding on to and just love other people. So I hope that this helps you to kind of look at other people in your life that you might be struggling in your relationships with in a different way, and just learn to appreciate them no matter what your differences of opinion are. You guys can work through it. You can make it work. Whether they're friends, family, whatever, you can put the effort in and make those relationships last. So anyway, that is it for today. Just a little piece of encouragement for your Worthy Wednesday. By the way, I want to mention to you, I am actually going to move Worthy Wednesday from this channel, from the Bealles channel, to our faith-based channel. Rick and I, if you don't know, we have a faith-based channel called Fundamental Faith, which will be linked down in the description box. I might even link at the top. And on that channel, we do daily Bible studies. I actually think I want to take this specific topic of Worthy Wednesday because I think all of it really is based in my faith, and I think I'd like to move it to our faith-based channel because I'd really like to address it there in the context of the Bible. I actually think it's better and more thorough. So if you would like to join me, and I hope you will, go ahead and follow our Fundamental Faith. Go ahead and subscribe, and go check us out over there. My husband and I, like I said, we do the daily Bible study, but I'm going to start doing Worthy Wednesday over there, and maybe even turn that into a little bit of a ladies Bible study. So if you're interested, I hope you'll go over there and check me out there next Wednesday. I'm going to be starting definitely a new topic for Worthy Wednesday at the first of the year, but these next few weeks we will talk about a few different things, and hopefully we can just encourage one another. So anyway, you have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.